been sitting here for the last 2 or 3 hours trying to figure things out. It's 3 o'clock in the morning right now. Today's my last day with the truck. I had to turn it in this morning. And my original plan was to get everything cleaned out, put it into my storage unit, and only take what I need into a hotel for a few days until I flew out to Utah for orientation for my new job. And then once I had my new truck, I would have them route me back to Florida, and then I would grab everything I needed from my storage unit and put it in my truck and be good from there. However, I went and got my DOT physical yesterday, and everything was great. The people at the desk were great. They got me in. I did have a long wait, but everybody there was awesome. The nurse who saw me was awesome. Just my eyesight checked out good. They weighed me, checked my height and everything was good. Everything was fine with the vision. All the other tests they did, got the urine sample, everything was fine. The issue came is when they took my blood pressure, it came back high. And it's been a thing in my family and with me individually for years. And it's simply just due to diet, weight, exercise, and lack of sleep. Now, since I've been driving the truck, my sleep has been amazing. I ensure that it is. But yesterday in particular, I was coming off of an overnight shift, which I hate that I had to do it that way, but the dispatchers, that's the only thing they gave me. I think, again, once you put in your 2 weeks notice, you never know how people are going to treat you. The whole time I've been here, I've only had one overnight shift. And it's just crazy how after I gave them my 2 weeks notice, they gave me an overnight shift again. And I have appointments the following day, so I had to stay up to make those appointments after the shift. So, yeah, man, it's just one thing you have to deal with. People treat you funny once you're leaving. It's why a lot of people leave without giving notice, because they know that's going to happen. But I did it by the books. I did my part. I gave them 2 weeks notice, and on my last day, they gave me an overnight shift. So I was up since 5 in the afternoon the day prior. I had to drive to make a delivery at 6 o'clock the next morning. So I woke up at 5, got a shower, got some food, got ready for the day, and I left around 7. And the next morning I got there to make my delivery around 6. And they took about 2 hours to load me. So I left around 8:30 or so, and then I drove to Florida. Well, I drove to the next city. I was already in Florida. I drove to the next city. It was about 40 minutes away. And then I had to park and go and get my DOT physical. And again, lack of sleep draws blood pressure up too. It makes it rise. With everything else I talked about. So remember how I was just saying, everything from the start was great with the nurses, the check-in staff. But once the blood pressure came back high, they sent in, I guess, I don't know if she was a senior nurse or whoever it was. And she was just aggressive, man, saying, what I need to do, and, we have to make this work if you want to have a job and all this stuff. I'm like, the disrespect, though, chill out. if I want to have a job, like, lady, what are you talking about right now? Like, why are you coming at me like this? You know what I'm saying? It's so unprofessional, man. And of course, I'm like, yo, I understand I have to do this. Like, that's why I'm here. I'm doing my best. I'm doing the best that I can. So I'm trying not to go off on her because she's a doctor, but the way she's coming at me is getting me upset, which just make my blood pressure rise even higher. So it's just not helping. You know what I'm saying? So she's like, yeah, well, you're just gonna have to try to get a family doctor to maybe do it over again. I can get you this for 3 months, but we can't do it for a year right now. I'm like, okay, well, I haven't had a family doctor in a long time, like a really long time, and I'm over the road. So what do you recommend for me finding a family doctor? She was like, well, just go whenever you're gonna be home. Just do it then. I'm like, well, that's the issue. Like, I don't always know when I'm gonna be home. It's OTR. Unless I schedule home time specifically, like a request vacation days, I never know when I'm gonna be home. Well, that's the issue I've been having the whole time with this company. I was like, also, I mean, I'm done. Yesterday was my last day, so in the company that I'm going to now, I need this to be done to even get accepted in this new company. So I'm just trying to figure out what my options are. What do you recommend? And she really just told me. She really just sat there and told me, just good luck. I'm like, wow, man. So yeah, the experience there was horrible with this chick. She gave me the 3 month certification. I'm like, okay, I'll just take this for now, and I'll, let them hire me for the 3 months. And within the 3 months, I would have to go back to another doctor and make sure the blood pressure was down. And then once that was good, they would give me the entire year, and I'll be good. So once I called the recruiter and told her the news, like, hey, I'm good for 3 months, she told me, no, 3 months isn't good enough. We have to have you clear for a year before we hire you. I'm like, yo, man. So now I have to try to find a family doctor or another walk-in clinic like this to keep testing my blood pressure until it's low enough again. And again, all I can do is, get some good sleep, eat healthy as I can. These next couple of days or weeks or however long it takes, keep exercising, and that's all I can do. It wasn't too far off, so I'm pretty sure I'll get it. But the point is, I can't do anything. I can't make a move for this company until that happens. And she said she might have to push my hire day back, because they have to have that cleared first before they can move on. But meanwhile, I'm literally in between jobs right now. My last day was yesterday, and I haven't been hired with this company yet, so I'm in between now. So now the issue is me having a place to live in the meantime, because the truck has been my home for the last 2 years. And my last day was yesterday. The truck is done. I'm in the truck now, but this is my last day. So I've been sitting here trying to figure out what to do. I was already going to check into a hotel for about 4 or 5 days until they flew me out to Utah. But something has to work within those 4 or 5 days, man. It has to. And again, I'm not going to have the truck anymore, so that was the way I got around with transportation. But now it's back to, either trying to find rides and Ubers and Lyfts, and that's the only I'm going to be able to get around, which is more money spent. And I'm not going to have money coming in, man. So it's like, yo, it just has to work. Spending money in a hotel now. It's just tough right now, man. Trying to figure it out. But I did come up with a solution, at least to buy me some time, quite a bit of time, to make sure this works out. You know, that's one thing I will say, man. I'm solid when it comes to problem solving. So instead of going with the hotel, I looked into U-Haul rentals. And for the same price of staying in a hotel for 3 or 4 days, I can get me a U-Haul cargo van or a box truck, either one I want, for about 20 days. So I pretty much get 5 times the amount of time with the U-Haul van as I would just for 3 or 4 days. You know what I'm saying? So 4 days in a hotel equals 20 days with the U-Haul truck. So that's definitely what I decided to go with. So I slept in my car for 6 years before, man. A Prius at that. And I was just fine. And I've been in this truck now for 2. And so I'm like, yo, the U-Haul van is right there in the middle. I already have a storage unit too, so I'm going to take my things to my storage unit, put everything in there as planned, and keep the things I need in the U-Haul. And this will give me plenty of time and peace of mind to go ahead and get this blood pressure down, or look at other options. I have other options to go with too, as well, as far as even jobs are concerned. There's some work I can do here in the meantime in this city that I've looked into that I'll be able to do now because I won't be driving. So that actually freed me up, and it's a blessing right there. So yeah, man, 20 days is gonna be amazing to not have to drive a truck, to get some things done, get his blood pressure down, to do a lot, man. Yeah, that lifted a huge weight when I finally figured that out, man. So I'm grateful. So yeah, like I said, it's about three. Let me see. Yeah, just after 3 right now, like I was saying before. I'm gonna go ahead into my storage unit. So there's nobody there right now. I have all the time. There won't be any traffic. And unload my stuff into my storage unit. And then I'm only gonna keep what I need in the truck. And once morning comes around, I'm gonna hand in my keys to the truck. And then I'm going to walk away from this company. I'm gonna catch a ride to the U-Haul and pick up the U-Haul, and I'll have my 20 days and take it from there. And that will be that. Moving on. Yeah, man, there's always a way. Always a way, man. Just don't give up. Do not give up. But alright. Can I get up out of here? I will see y'all soon.